Hi, this is Tracy from Gypsy Wagon Knits, and today we are going to cast on for a hat. So I have 2 balls of this, which is approximately 100 grams of wool. It's worsted weight wool. I'll show you the band label. So, and this is, there we go. This one comes in at 4.5 to 5 stitches per inch on US number 7 needles. And so we're going to go ahead and be using that. I'm not going to be doing a swatch for this. If you like my videos, go ahead and push the subscribe button and then hit the little bell and you'll get notified when additional videos come out. But what I plan to be doing is doing the hat pattern in a couple different blog posts. And at the end, I'll take some nice pictures and I'll put together a printable PDF that you can download off one of the blog sites. So anyway, so for this hat, it comes in, I'm going to have several different sizes, and the information will be down below on the sizes. I'm going to make the adult small, which is really kind of a smallish medium, I would say. And you cast on 88 stitches. So I've already gone ahead and cast on 88 stitches on here. I'm going to show you how to do a magic loop method. So you take the 88 stitches, and I've already counted several times, and I put a stitch marker in the middle so I wouldn't have to have you all watch me count. So this is where I ended up right with this one. I'm going to go ahead and put some up on the needle here, and actually I'll pull it all the way down here where the stitch marker is, and then I'm just going to pop it out so I pull out some, and that's the loop part of the magic loop. And you really don't need the stitch marker, but I find it's helpful. Okay, so you're going to do this, pull it out enough so you've got not a risk of losing it. There we go. And you're going to be working with, I call it the front and back needle. So this is the back needle where you ended up. I did a long tail cast on, so my tail is right here. And if you need to know how to do a long tail cast on, I've got a video. It's one of the first in my series. So, and then you make sure they're all straight. One of the things you want to always make sure is you don't twist the needles. So this one will pull through onto the front needle. I'm going to straighten them all out here. Okay, so there we go. So now I've got some on the front needle. I've got some on the back needle. I've got them all straight and lined up. So, and I've got this, so importantly, it's not twisted. Okay. So I'm going to hold both of these stitches in my hands. Okay. And I'm going to take this needle and I'm going to pull it out. Okay. And I'm going to loop it around here. Go underneath the yarn so I don't have it stuck in the middle. And I'll loop it on right in here, put it into the first stitch. Pick up my yarn, my working yarn, and go ahead and knit. Now for the beginning of this, we're putting a ribbing in this hat, so I'm going to knit 2. There we go. Yarn over and just slide it off. And then I'm going to purl 2. And then do that all the way to the end. And I'm going to hit pause right now so you guys don't have to watch me going all the way to the end. So hang on. Okay, so now I've reached the end and I've ended up with 2 purl stitches. And whoops, there's my little stitch marker. So I'm going to take my stitch marker off. We really don't need it anymore. It was just to go ahead and hold it for me right there. And I'm going to pull the middle loop on this side here. So we've got both of them on here. So this is the one that I just finished right here. And this is the other one. And I'm going to flip it over like this. So that now I'm going to knit across the back side, or well, the back side is now the front side. Okay. So with the 2 needles like this, I'm going to go ahead and pull this one around here. Lip underneath here. And go ahead and knit across here. Knit.
The back that's going to be mostly the third kind.
Knit 2, purl 2. I've got somebody taking a nap right there who's talking in her sleep. Okay. Okay, so here we are at the end. I've gone ahead and I went across one. It's got the loop in it still right here, and then back across the other side. So then you're just going to simply flip it around, and it's going to be, this is how the whole system works. You've got the loop on the end right here. And a lot of people are worried that you're going to end up with a ladder here between the stitches, but you really don't. Just when you get to the end and you start, you want to snug it up. So we're back at the very beginning of the row. I'm going to go ahead and push it in here a little bit, right? And I'm going to pull this one out, hang on to this one, pull this one out, create another loop right there, and then go ahead, make sure you get under the yarn here, and start, and this will be the beginning of the second row. And that is pretty much how you do magic loop. The nice thing is you don't need any stitch markers. You can always find where you started, because it's always at the end. So, and you just kind of keep going around. So you've got loops at both ends, one here and one here. I like them when they sort of cross a little bit like that. I think it minimizes them. If you use a very long needle, and you can use the minimum I'd use is about a 32-inch circular needle, but you can use anything up to a 40 to 60-inch circular needle, especially if you're doing a sweater. Those loops get a little bit cumbersome, and so you'll develop your own technique for putting your thumb, where you to put your thumb to go around. But that's how you keep going, and we're going to go ahead and do one. I'm doing the size small to medium adult, and so it's 88 stitches. So each of my sides, I don't know if I emphasize that, each of my sides of my needles had 44 stitches on it, which is great because it divides equally around 4, and this is the knit 2 purl 2 ribbing. So that's it for showing you how to do the magic loop. Go ahead and do the ribbing for about 1 inch, and then we're going to switch needle size, and the directions will be down below. Thanks a lot.